So we are now in Nîmes and we've gotten ourselves some beer just before lunch. So Martin, we planned this trip and we were pretty much going to be in Nîmes on Friday or Saturday. Tell us what we found here and what's so different about this weekend.
Well, it is the 70th anniversary of the Feria, which is the Pentecôte. It's guessing it's a holiday on Monday, religious, but I don't know what the meaning is. I just know it's one of the biggest feria they have here in Nîmes. Just happened to be this weekend. We had no idea.
But what's a feria? It's about the bulls, right?
It's part of the bull. There's a big history with Spain here. It used to be the main hub between Spain and Rome during the Roman Empire. So there's a lot of Spanish influence. There's a flamingo this afternoon, and tonight late this afternoon, we're going to see a corrida, bullfighting, but it's done differently here. Instead of killing the bull, they just put a little ribbon between the two horns, and the matador. I was about to say it in French. Have to grab the red ribbon to win the fight. And
we're actually going in the amphitheater tonight to actually see that. So instead of touring the amphitheater, we'll be going there. So we're just doing some people watching right now. It's Friday afternoon. The terraces are pretty full. They have a bunch of shops open, which we'll do a video after too. Not shops, but beer pavilions, etc. And it's a pretty happening place here. So we've kind of stumbled upon this, which is the equivalent of the weekend of the Valleyfield Regatta. So it's going to be pretty crazy. So because in honor of the bull, so I think the merchants, they have a lot of different tents out here. They're starting to set up for tonight. You see even the crowd of the afternoon here. Lots of people, beer tents, places to get nourishment. It's pretty fun.
So this is the Maison Carrée, or the square house, that was built by the Roman between the year 2 and 5 B after Christ. So it's 2,000 years old and a bit more.
Almost.
So after visiting the Pont du Gard this morning, and after 52 kilometers of water dripping, following up a path, it landed here for the people of Nîmes. The richer people will have direct access to water in their house with a tap like we do today, and a bronze tap. But the other people would come here, and the water would be separated into a bunch of little fountain or taps, public taps, inside the city. And in the 2nd century, they started doing what they call themes, or thermal bath, where people would just heat the water that was coming from here, and the same one from the Ures and the Chateau, the Pont du Gard, would just land into those baths, so people can have social bath in the 2nd century. This was built actually at the beginning of the 1st century, the first 10 years of the new era.
So we're trying to get to the Tour Magna on this really small street, and it is really uphill, and it's going to be at least 31 degrees today. Feels like who knows what, and it damn well better be worth it. Still higher, Martin?
Yeah, it's that way.
Stop.
Okay, so we made it to La Tourmagne in Nîmes. What they don't tell you is this tower is beautiful architecture and everything, but it's on the extreme steep hill. When you come here and it's about 32, 35 degrees Celsius, it's so hot to go up this park. But infrastructure is pretty neat to watch, and that was built in the 1st century by the Roman Empire. So not so sure why. I guess we'll go see the sign. So this is an overlook of the old city of Nîmes. That's where we're going down. I can't see the Colisée or the amphitheater from here. I guess it's just down there somewhere.
We deked into the leading hotels of the world and had ourselves some citronade after that crazy walk in the heat, and we're just decompressing with some AC.
So we stopped for a little drink on the way to the amphitheater at the Le Victor Hugo with a nice bowl on top. It's street drinking here, it's the feria, and Laura just had her first pastis. We paid for it and left it on the counter. No good. And now I'm on a quick beer. So this is it. We are getting ready to go see our first corrida. We're going to visit the amphitheater that is just behind us right now. Nîmes is known as the most Roman city outside of Rome. So, which we've seen a lot of Roman buildings and stuff today. So this is kind of the conclusion of our day. We're going to see our first corrida ever. Beautiful construction here. 2,000 years of being here, and here we are as tourists. Just magnificent around here. Quite the interesting building. Something you have to go through at least once in your life. So we are in the amphitheater right now. Just behind us, it's the bar area that we found, and I think right in front of us, that's where the tour goes now or used to go. There seemed to be a gate there. It's quite interesting, quite fascinating to see the construction.
A glass of champagne. Well, he has beer in a plastic cup.
Carton.
However,
It's improvised video, as you can see.
however, I'm sure the champagne is a little bit better, but we're not toasting to the death of the bull. We're toasting to the fun of everyone.
Yeah, and this environment is just phenomenal. That's all I have to say. It's unbelievable. Whatever I've been dreaming about all my life to see something like this. This is just
about a lot of things all his life.
This is just a little appetizer before we get to Rome in a couple of months.
The thing is how do you translate vomitoires? 'Cause
Yeah.
I thought it was like when you want to go vomit. I don't know what vomitoire is.
The sections here are known as vomitoire, which in French, I don't know, translates like a vomit section. But that's how they're called, and I'm not kidding. Just look behind me, vomitoire. So here's our entrance to the amphitheater. think we meat cooked while we're sitting here. There's our seat. Hi, Laura.
So the bad news is we just went in the Coliseum, paid 80 euros for a ticket. Not that that really matters. And we thought we were seeing the bullfighting where they pull off a ribbon. And it turns out it was the real bullfighting. It's called Portuguese, but we didn't know the difference on a website as to what that meant. And that's pretty much to the death. So as soon as we figured that out, we ran for our lives, as in left the building. So whenever you come here, be really careful as to what tickets you buy, because there is still real bullfighting here, which is very disturbing.